What do you think? Can everybody see where and why I got that quick sell? I don't like it myself, but I took it because of what reason? Well, because the book went offered, right? So there was a strong buyer on the delta. We'd got a leading position in the background here that I was aware of. We'd ran a little top line stop. There was a little buyer came in there. The delta went offered, the book, sorry, went offered. And as soon as I started to see any evidence of that book turning, I just popped a sell straight into the markets and I made some quick cash, right? Made some quick cash immediately on that trade. Now, as I said, I don't think it's a great trade. I'm not saying it is a great trade. I'm just saying it was a trade that I could take, knowing that I could easily get a stop at break even because of how it was setting up. Now, I think I still might be wanting to try and trade this 73.40s, 73.40s area. I think with the delta situation, the delta never, as the price dropped, the delta didn't puke at all. So because of that, I'm still aware that those buyers still want higher prices. They're not getting shaken out, basically. So we've got to let them take the price higher to try it again at some stage. So that's exactly what will happen. The price will then get taken higher. So we sold into this candle here. So we sold into that little candle there. We took it out on this little candle here. We made our money. And we know that with this change taking place here, we're aware of what's going on. But I still really like the sell. But the delta buyers not willing to give up on this just yet. So it's going to be tough, because the buy side delta is stronger than the sell side book at this stage. So I think the market will still sweep through the top edges. But if it doesn't, guess what? I'll get ready to sell it and I'll hit the offer very, very, very quickly. And that's all I'm waiting for, right? I'm just waiting for a quick offer. I'm going to hit it very quickly and I'm going to jump on the deal. I've just done it again. I've just got a quick stop at break even. I'll show you why I took it. I'll show you the price I got on trading Ninja Trader. And there was a second deal. So there's the second deal I've just taken right there. So again, the delta was going back up again. The book started to go offered. I started to work in some offers into that trade. I got filled and I got my stop at break even again. So that's my second trade, this time 73.24. So I'm back in again at 73.24 in the sell. So that's the price I got that time. And I've got a stop at break even a second time now. I made money on the first trade, scratched out the remainder. I've made money on this trade, scratched out the remainder, and I'll get ready to do it a third time. But at the moment, the value is a little bit against me. When this drops, no sell trade. When it starts to change around, I start looking for the offer. At the moment, it's bid, and I'm going to start looking at higher priced offers. I still think the sweep looks really sexy at the moment. And let's see if it happens. That's interesting. We're starting to see it turning up. So a sweep would be even better now at that stage. Don't you sell off. Don't sell off. Okay, there's a bid coming back in the book. Good. So if with a bid coming back in the book, the sell-off probably will just pause a little bit enough to get that top line again. And we can start looking at getting back into this bit of business here. So hopefully the bid stays in the book at the moment. And we can get that sweep moving, right? We can get that sweep moving. So you just pull away your offers again so that you can get the sweep back on the trade, right? You can get the sweep coming back in with the bid on the book. It's a squeaky one. We should be doing okay with this trade, but obviously there's too big a sweep available for us to get too aggressive into this. The deltas are too busy, the buy side deltas, to get too busy with this. But certainly I don't want to miss it either, because if it breaks, it could be quite a nice break from what you can see here in terms of the total value. There's the oil numbers coming in, guys. The gas numbers, sorry, coming in. Hasn't had any effect on the oil so far, guys. Hasn't had no effect on the oil so far. Let's see the effect it had on gas markets. Let's take a look. So you saw the gas markets have came off quite hard and fast there on the draw. So a nice drop on the gas markets there. So that could be relatively good for us, but let's see how it plays out from here. Oil numbers, guys, of course, in 30 minutes. Oil numbers in 30 minutes. There's the sweep. I thought we were going to get the sweep. Big bids on the book. So with big bids on the book, let it sweep, guys. Let it sweep. And there's a sweep. That's why we didn't buy into, sell into that, because the book went very bullish. We've just let it sweep through. That's nice. So we'll be watching to see if that decides to change. Remember, we're watching that red line, and the red line was always above the blue line, which was putting that bid into this top edge. We've just let it sweep through beautifully with the book very bullish against the delta, went very bullish as well. And that was a perfectly good buy squeeze if you wanted the buy squeeze. We haven't paid any money for it. We've simply made money on the last little two rotations. We saw the sweep coming in, we let it go through. Perfect example of how to trade these types of things, guys. A perfect example how to trade these little bits and pieces. Doesn't mean you can't sell it, it just means you wait for the sweep. You get the offer coming in and then you whack in some heavy sells, which there has been a few opportunities to trade off the 50s. And if you've got that trade on, you've made 10 ticks and a stop at break even, yeah? Just watching it coming back off, see how far it goes. There's an aggregation at 40, I would imagine, so let's see if it gets through 40. Wow, that's quiet. There's the 39, a couple more ticks, and I'll certainly be booking some profits, that's for sure. Come on, sunshine. Yeah, we just got filled there at 39 and 38, so we booked some profits there. Nice trade. So we got in at an average price of 51 on the trade. I don't know what you guys got, but I got an average price of 51 on the sell. There was a lean at 54s. I didn't get filled at 53s. So we started to get some fills at 52s, 51s and 50s. The average price I got was 51. Did anybody get any better than 51? So 51 was my average price. We got profits at 40. I was just waiting for the 40 to break to start bagging some money. We got some profits as it traded 38s. And we've managed to take the price down to 30s for a $200 profit there. And that's a good enough little outcome, isn't it? Good enough little outcome. I'm not happy with it, but it was a good enough outcome. It was exactly as we said would probably happen. We got the squeeze. We got the sell at the squeeze level. We got the big volumes. It's a benchmark again, isn't it? It's a benchmark. Because the delta buyers got jammed. The book went offered. We got the big Voltics came in. We got the lean against the Voltics. The sell was easy. It was an easy sell. Agreed? So with an easy sell like that, you've got to make sure you get it, because obviously it's a spring trade. Obviously in the background we saw the gas getting sold. That was another piece of the evidence. We've seen the dollar very strongly bid. That's another piece of evidence. You must have the sell. If you can get 51s, brilliant. If you got 52s, brilliant, brilliant. If you got 50s, good. If you got 49s, average. Anything less than 49 is a fail. Anything less than 49 on your fill is a fail. Reasonable? Or am I being unfair? That is a benchmark sell trade, guys. That is a benchmark sell. Bearish order block, structurally bearish, big offer on, big bid on the dollar, good value coming into the trade. The gas market went sell side, and obviously a nice sweep for the stops. A perfect example of a sell, and $300 profit. $300 profit from the trade. In a contango market, of course. I'll take it. We move on to the next one. We move on to the